Hello out there in YouTube land.
Welcome back to our channel.
Today we're going to give you our review of the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson palettes.
The highly coveted palettes.
Haha! You wouldn't have believed us sitting around with phones on Friday, like refresh.
We were literally, we had it timed. I mean, we had set timers for this palette release. That's how excited we were
and I
about
was at the hair salon and I was like, you have to get it done so I have enough time to try and order this palette on my phone. You don't understand. We have to have it.
I was at lunch with a friend, and when 1 o'clock came, I was like, 1 minute.
That's right. Had to be done.
So today we have the large conspiracy palette. And we also have the mini controversy palette.
And the insides look like this.
And they are amazing.
We're so excited.
Just the thought that went into this palette is amazing. And if you guys have not watched the little mini series that Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star put together, you have to.
It's a must-see. We'll link Shane's account down below so you can start from the very first episode and watch all the way through, because it's amazing. It's truly an insight into the beauty industry like no one else has ever given us.
Right. And it's just, and to see somebody's just progression and evolution throughout the whole process, how it started from start to finish. That was amazing to watch.
And, you know, to me, the other thing about it that was really nice was to see how kind both Shane and Jeffree are to people.
Right.
You know, and how they really bust their asses to make content and make amazing products. And then, you know, take the time out to give someone a hug if they need it. You know, I to me, that says so much more than just they're making a beautiful palette. It says that not only do they make wonderful products, but they do great things too.
They care about the customers.
And that's really cool.
Right.
Truthfully.
That is, it's wonderful to see. And I loved the realism of it.
Yes.
The in the moment, there was nothing, you know, there were no bars to what was shown.
No.
So, but without further ado,
we'll get into this.
So I'm going to do a look from the mini controversy palette, and Dani is going to play around with the large conspiracy palette.
I'm even going to go outside the box and use colors that I normally do not use. So this could get very entertaining.
And I absolutely love the names on these palette pans.
They are so cute. Truly.
So I'm actually going to start with Cry on My Couch.
And I'm going to start with food videos.
Which I love to watch food videos.
They are cool.
And I can already tell you, this formula is amazing, even just as a cover on the eye.
It feels so soft. I mean, and this is a cheap brush from, like, AliExpress. So, I mean, this is not a fancy doodaddy brush, so...
But when you have a good product, you can use whatever you want.
Yes.
And one thing I can say about the vegan formulas that Jeffree Star uses, and also now Shane Dawson, I have never had an issue with skin sensitivity.
No, there have been, like, you and I both had issues with the Huda Beauty palettes in that we had major eye burning.
Right.
And I'm not sure what she used in her formulas, because I also own the blood sugar palette, and I've never had a reaction to anything in Jeffree Star's formula, but we had both the purple and the green Huda Beauty palettes, and both of those, our eyes burned like fire and watered, and we had to give them away. We couldn't use them.
Yeah. I mean, I've never really had that experience before, and I've had a few other products, you know, come along that have made my eyes water, but not as bad as the Huda.
So I'm not sure what she used in her formula, but whatever it was, our eyes did not like it.
No. Now, the next shade I'm going to use is something called Exposed, and it's just this really pretty lilac color, and it's right here. And we'll see how this goes on, because I'm really excited about this. Oh, this is nice. This is beautiful. And the thing I'm already liking about this palette is the versatility.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that, you know, as you guys have watched us for a little while now, you know I am big on a product that I can use multiple seasons, multiple, you know, situations. And this one definitely fits the bill. You can do a beautiful iced look.
I mean, and you can also, you know, because there are a lot of neutral shades as well, you can do like a standard work approved quiet type of look, and then you can still use the exact same palette to do something crazy at night or just something glam. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can do with both of these palettes.
I'm absolutely in love with this color.
It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. You can do a beautiful iced look for it for winter. Or just use it as a very, you know...
The next shade I'm going to go into is Pigment, which when you get your palette, you'll see has the little pressed pig in it, which is absolutely adorable.
So I am completely amazed. I don't really have to even work this formula.
No, and this pink is laying over top the yellow and still maintaining its pinkness.
Mm-hmm.
That says a lot for the formula.
Yes, it does. Now the next shade I'm going to use is something called My Apology, actually. And it is kind of, it's just a very beautiful metallic. And you can see it here. And we'll see how this one goes. Because I always like to add, you know, the metallics with the brush first.
Mm-hmm.
And then see...
if you can use the brush alone or if you have to use your finger. I know some people are very against using their finger to put on eyeshadow. You know, it's one of those things where I've kind of always been like, you use what works best for whatever it is you're using. But it is helpful to have a shadow that you do not have to remember to use, well, I can only use this shade with my finger, the other one I can use a brush, that type of thing.
I can tell you right now, this shade is able to be used with a brush very easily.
Yes.
And it is an absolutely beautiful shade.
I'm having a bit of fallout with the Pigment shade. Not horribly, but I have issues with fallout with my eyes in general, so I'm not going to say that's, you know, a fault of this palette. It's just I'm having some fallout.
And I've not had any fallout with the Controversy palette, so... Alright, so the other thing I'm going to do with my left eye is actually use my finger and tell you if there is a bit of a difference. I can tell you just on feel, these pans are just so buttery.
The next shade I'm going to use is Trisha.
And
that's the super hot pink shiny one. And see if I can do that without using my finger.
And I can easily say you can use both. I prefer the brush. But if you are one of those people that does not mind using your finger for your metallic shades, really they go on almost the same. They're really good.
Looks like with the Trisha shade, you will get a bit more shine if you use your finger, but the amount of color payoff is very similar.
Right. And just as a touch up to kind of my upper eye a little bit, I'm going to go with just a hint of Flat Earth, because it is this gorgeous icy blue that I have not seen in a palette in a long time.
I'm going to kind of smoke around the bottom with Flaming Hot.
And let me tell you, this would be perfect for an icy winter look.
We may have to do that.
And the thing I really like about this shade, the Flat Earth shade, is that it's almost a shade that you can look at and say, what color is that actually?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll also try that with my finger as well.
Yeah, there was some more fallout with the Flaming Hot shade as well.
Now definitely Flat Earth, you can use both.
So you can see I would need... I need concealer.
Yes. Yes, you do.
That's okay.
I couldn't say that none of the ones that I'm looking at right now require, fixing. I would almost, depending on how you want to use Flat Earth, either use your finger to get a little bit more pigment involved, or, if you want to just use it as kind of a highlight on your colors, definitely work with it there. And then, no look is complete without some eyeliner.
That is true.
And I can say that I definitely recommend, this palette for just some beautiful, beautiful looks.
And if you don't have any concealer, the shade Ranch in the big palette covers up that pink. Look at this, Tabby.
Oh, that's amazing. And that's a beautiful...
So, hey, it makes you kind of have this icy kind of...
Mm-hmm.
So, Ranch is an awesome shade.
And I'm really enjoying the, the mini palette. It has just as many possibilities for looks as, the larger palette. But truly, having them together is amazing.
It is.
I think kind of for the inner crease, I'm going to use a little bit of my boyfriend's purse. And that is a metallic. And oh my gosh. That is, I mean, look at this.
That is
just
pretty.
on the corner. It's beautiful. And that was his reach out to Ryland, right?
Yes. It's his fiance. I hope they have a beautiful wedding.
Oh, I do too. I hope it's absolutely beautiful. The way that he proposed was adorable.
It was.
That was, it was just really adorable. I have to say I'm impressed. Like,
I am
I'm
too.
just impressed.
You can do so much with these palettes, and you know, I did this like kind of weird type of thing going on, but I'm really interested into digging in and playing and doing a whole other
Right.
thing. I mean, these are literally the first time we've touched either of these palettes. They just came in the mail today.
Yes.
So, you know, if you'd like to see an update video, we'd be more than happy to do that.
And we would definitely recommend, if you can snag one of these, get it. It's
And I'm sure
fun.
they'll be restocking as soon as they humanly possibly can.
Right. But they are only human, so
Yes.
please don't give them a hard time.
No! Just to say, we can't wait to see it. So on that note, we'll wish you adieu and hope that you have an amazing week.
Bye.
Bye.